Vicki.
Hey, Natasha.
It's so great to be here at the Marché Maisonneuve with you today.
Same here. A little windy, but good.
But good, yes. Did you know that this marché has been around for over 100 years?
Actually, I did. I did, yes. Because it was actually created or designed by Marius Dufresne in 1914. He was the civil engineer of the city of Maisonneuve at the time.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Marius Dufresne must sound a bit familiar to you.
Yes.
Because he is one of the famous the Dufresne brothers. And the other one is Oscar Dufresne, who at the time was a councilman for the city of Maisonneuve. And some say that maybe he is the reason that Marius got
Connections.
yes, exactly.
Family connections,
the architectural
right?
contract to build the marché.
Oh, interesting. But what's also very unique about this market is it is geographically located exactly in the middle of the city of Maisonneuve, the original city limits, to allow the surrounding communities to have access to the market.
To the market, yeah, it makes sense. You want to make it easily accessible. Another reason, and maybe a more main reason, is it was built that way so that it would attract businesses and citizens to the area. Because they wanted the area to expand and become bigger and actually compete with the city of Montreal, which was at the time a more popular area to go and live. So,
Which makes sense, yeah, to draw them in, for sure.
To draw them in,
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, its lifespan was from 1932 till 1962. There was an indoor and outdoor market. But as of 1962, the indoor market had to close. But the outdoor remained till 1969.
Yes, and you know, a 5-generation flower business started at this marché.
Really?
Yeah. Carlos Alcantara, who was a count from Belgium with Spanish origins, he came to Quebec with his wife and to start a family and to start a business. And he started selling his produce here at the marché initially. Yeah. And interestingly, he was the one who introduced to Quebec the cantaloupe.
Oh, we can thank him.
Yes.
Thank him for that.
Next time you're eating a cantaloupe, yeah, think of him.
Well, think of him for sure.
And he then went on to sell flowers, a variety of flowers. And what was original about the way he sold them was he didn't sell them prepackaged or in bundles. He sold them by weight.
Interesting. I wonder if that was a way to, you know, make more money for the business, or
I don't know.
we should test it out now and see with the flowers.
What costs more? I don't know what he actually charged, and I hope it would be the opposite, so that he's trying to help more and more people get them into their homes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it did close in the indoor market and outdoor market were done by 1969, but in 1963, they renovated the inside to accommodate the police force for making it a traffic bureau, where they would basically determine the rules for the streets and parking in the area, and citizens would go to pay their tickets.
Citizens would, okay, well, on that note, that was also a place where police would go and get some of their training classes.
Really?
Yeah, their theoretical classes, because their school, which was their main school, which was located at Bain-Morcan, was a little too small to accommodate all of them. And so what they did is they annexed the Marché Maisonneuve once the inside closed and was renovated as part of their school system. And they actually also used the grounds of the Marché as a place where
That we see right here.
that we see, and it's huge.
It is,
where
makes
they
sense.
would use their training
For outdoor
for
training.
exercises. You know, I could see them running around. That would be a good, good training.
So in 1995, there was a private owner that decided to open up a market here that is annexed or sort of right here across the street. And I have an old high school friend that lives in the neighborhood that is going to come join me to discuss and share her experience with the market. So why Marché Maisonneuve?
So I come here practically every day. This is the main place where I get my produce and groceries, and also one of the only places in the borough that has a health food store, Aliments Merci. So for someone who generally eats very healthy, there's a lot of vegan and vegetarian choices, so I love coming for that. Also for local products, there's some really nice maple, different kinds of jellies, so all here made here in Quebec. So that's Really cool.
And like you said, it's a walking distance, it's close, and it's part of your
Yeah.
daily routine.
It's
so
part
that's
of my
nice.
daily routine. My son comes here for, or the building right next to it, for daycare services. So
Do you mean
I'm
the old
here-
market?
The old market.
building.
That's right. Yeah, the old building.
It's now a community center.
That's now a community center. They offer all kinds of activities and also a daycare center. And it's actually very festive around, especially in the summer. Lots of activities going on, live musicians playing, all kinds of events and
I heard
fairs.
that here on the square there's actually senior line dancing.
That is
country
my
line
favorite,
dancing.
yes. And so we do a lot of people watching here with that.
So the
With
market offers that, the animation part.
the animation part, exactly, and there's a municipal park that's right behind, so that's also a spot we go to. And of course, if my son is hungry or we're hungry, we're in need of a coffee, it's just 30 seconds away, so that's also very
Great
practical.
location,
Yeah, it's a great
practical.
location. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
From the farm to the butcher shop, the Jourdouins, father and son, always choose products from Quebec.
They also have a lovely flower shop called La Blandinerie, where you can buy fresh cut flowers for your loved ones.
Another from father to son shop, La Fromagerie Maisonneuve, has a great variety of cheeses, more than 400 products from Quebec and elsewhere. You will also find olives, which I was very tempted by, balsamic vinegars, and sweets for different moments of the day. I must say, Natasha was definitely intrigued by all the different kinds of cheese.
They also have a wonderful little casse-croûte where we can get a quick bite to eat.
I know, and they have quite the selection. I'm eyeing the leek and parmesan pastry puff. How about you?
I think I'm going to get one of their yummy sandwiches.
Well, let's go get those, and maybe we can head off to the Champêtre to go get a drink.
Sounds good. La Champêtre is a little boutique where every dollar spent here goes a long way. They sell a variety of delicious products that are 100% made here in Quebec. They are associated with the organization Distribution L'Escalier, which helps youths between the ages of 18 and 30 who face various socioeconomic challenges. Courses, skills workshops, employment opportunities are just a few of the ways that they help them reintegrate into professional society. Shopping here not only tastes good, but feels good as well because you are helping out in three ways. You are helping the local economy, you are helping local Quebec culinary artisans, and you are helping out the local youth in the community.
I was lucky enough to speak to the General Director of Les Marchés Publics de Montréal, Nicolas Fabien Ouellette.
And what did he have to say?
He wanted to talk to me about the future plans of Marché Maisonneuve and how he'd like to see it become a destination market, drawing in customers from the east end of Montreal.
Oh, and how does he plan to do this?
He hopes to achieve this by extending the exterior of the marché with pop-up shops that would be located on the side of the public square where they plan to also host animated events, all while keeping an emphasis on their culinary vocation.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I really can't wait.
Same here.
And what a more beautiful place to resume our time together in front of this statue called La Fermière. It was created in 1915 by Albert Laliberté. And what's unique about this is that it was the beginning of his career, and it basically launched his career, and he went on to do over 920 other statues.
Yeah, it really kicked off his career, Mr. Laliberté.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing is that, as you can see, the statue is made up of a few components, and it is said that the main statue, which is of a woman farmer who is holding a produce basket on her hip, is said to be, it's not official, but a tribute to Louise Mauger, who was the wife of the city's first grant landowner. And so that made her the first woman farmer of Montreal. And another thing of note is that at the time there weren't very many statues of this grandeur that represented women of this stature in society, women who were just everyday women. Mostly it would be women who, were of some form of nobility or religious symbols.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, and so it was really unique the fact that they represented everyday Quebec women who contributed to the growth of Quebec itself. And the other statues around are three boys, And they're supposed to represent the farmers from all walks of life. So basically, farmers who farm on land, in the water, air animals, birds, you know. So on the far side, we would see a boy holding a turkey, wrestling with a turkey. And on this side, we see a boy holding a salmon, and a boy on the other side holding a calf by the ears. So that's what this statue basically represents.
And another thing too is the French-Canadian heritage that is represented specifically by the agriculture, local agriculture that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
And the traditional values represented by this statue. So, and what a beautiful sight. Currently looking at this, it's an art piece. However, back in the day, fountains were used as a source of water for the region or for this location.
Yeah.
So after all this talking, I'm a little hungry. Are you?
I'm a little hungry, yes. Unfortunately, we can't get a sip of water from there, but we got our drinks,
We got our drinks.
yes, and our sandwiches. So
Let's go.
Let's go sit and eat.